Hi, I'm Ed Donahue. I'm here with my good friend Victor Antonio. We're going to tackle that first objection we get, that ultimate game killer that comes in when you ask that customer for an appointment and they say they already have somebody. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, Victor. It's kind of normal that the customer would say that, right, when we're chasing creatively?
Absolutely. You're going to hear that a lot. I have somebody already. And most people just slink away, but not today, Ed. Today we're going to give them tools and strategies. Am I right?
Absolutely. We're not going to hand them the business card and go our own way.
No.
So what might we do? So maybe let's try a couple of them. Let's use whatever reason they give you. Just flip it back on them and say, you know, Victor, that may be the very reason you and I should spend 5 or 10 minutes together. Would you like to do it today or tomorrow? So that's one. What do you think about that one?
I like that when you just flip. Use their reason as a reason for the actual call. We have somebody, for example, but that's actually why I'm here, because maybe you haven't looked at your supplier in a year or two and analyzed what they're offering, and maybe that's why we're here. Whatever they say, flip it. I like that.
Absolutely. Pretty simple. You know, another one might be, you know, that second source of supply approach that a lot of our folks use, to where, you know, you kind of lift that customer up on a pedestal. Obviously, Victor, somebody doesn't get to be in your position of authority running a place like this without having a backup source of supply for vendors.
Every time.
Who's your backup source of supply for pest control? And they never have one.
They typically don't, because they bank on that one source. One of the strategies I use that I think you'll find interesting is that when somebody says, we already use somebody, I always ask them the question, in business, isn't it always good to have options? And what do you think they always say, Ed?
Absolutely. They can't say no, can they?
They can't say no. So as soon as they say, yeah, that makes sense, that's your moment to make your presentation. You position it like this. That's why I'm here. Consider me an option, a second source that maybe one day you'll need.
Great strategy. So
Absolutely.
Let's give the folks a couple more. How about just something as simple as using humor, right? So we've got all these customers that never call us. Why not just kind of put it out there on the table and say, you know, Victor, I've been in the job for 2 or 3 years, and I've been waiting for you to call me. You haven't called me yet, right? So that's why I showed up today, or that's why I'm calling you now. What do you think about that one?
I like the humor piece. I think too often salespeople take themselves too seriously. And by that I mean their brain tightens up when they're talking to a customer. Remember, the customer is just as nervous talking to you as you are to them. By using a little humor, you kind of diffuse that, but you also relax yourself and just kind of have fun with the sales process. So I love that.
Absolutely. Let's give the folks one more going on out of here, right? So let's take that approach that, you know, we're not here to talk about the pest control. Let's flip it again on them a little bit, right? Let's say, you know, the reason I'm here is to talk about the Zika virus that's so prevalent out there today. You know, how you might educate your employees on that. Just providing you information. Or it might be something as simple as small flies, you know? You got a bar or restaurant. We're here to talk about not pest control, we're here to talk about your small fly issues that pop up this time of year. And then maybe last, if you're in a hospitality situation, you may want to talk about not the pest control, but you know, how we can educate your staff on how to identify bed bugs sooner so you don't get a problem. What do you think about that approach?
So basically what you're doing, if I can get inside your head, Ed, is basically you're saying, do like a pattern interrupt. Change the subject, because they think you're here for pest control, but you're saying, no, I'm here for something more than that.
Exactly.
I love that strategy. That's a great strategy.
Exactly. So I think that's enough for today. The important thing is to, you know, work through some of these responses yourself, make them your own, practice. And until the next time, I'm Ed Donahue with Victor Antonio reminding you,
Selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.